Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are continuing with the Tile Garden Suite. Again, available in September. If you're not a demonstrator, available for pre-order now if you are a demonstrator. So I've been playing with how to use the flower stamps and the stems and what color combinations to do. And if you ever get a set and you're looking at it and it seemed like a great idea at the time and you get it and you're kind of like, now what? I really encourage you just to get the stamps and the dies out and have a play. Just stamp. You're not stamping anything specific, you're just stamping. And I always, excuse me, like to label the colors so that when I go back, I know what works. So the Berry Burst and Soft Sea Foam were the colors that I've used for today's card. For this one. And again, I've used one of the dies, and then backed it with the same color matte as card base, just so that it really jumps that design out. Now, this Happiest Birthday is actually a long greeting, but I'm using washi tape to mask it off so that I can stack it so it fits in this little square. So I'm doing a version of this card today. Pop that down there. And I'm using the hydrangea hue. Now in the paper, the Mosaic Garden, I'm not going to use any of it in this video, but they have hydrangea hue and old olive as the colors. And I looked at that and I stamped it out and I thought the old olive just looks a little bit, I don't know, harsh or strong for this. But I had the soft sea foam right next to it. So I am going to use the soft sea foam with the hydrangea hue. So that's a little bit of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So what I need to do is I need to stamp some stems in the soft sea foam onto my 5 1/4 by 4. Now I'm going to come in, I don't want any kind of floating stems in the middle of the card. So what I'm doing is I am just stamping around the edge and I'm careful to leave space for the flowers to go. And I'm using the slightly larger flower on this one. It's the 5-petal one, not the 4-petal one. So I'm coming in, trying to make this so I've got room for the flowers, knowing I'm going to put a greeting in here, and I will probably end up putting the greeting about there. So as I'm going, I'm just kind of having a think about where I'm going to be placing things and making sure I'm leaving enough room. And I'm just using the one stamp. There is a second stamp that kind of goes in the other direction. That is absolutely a great stamp to use as well. And I will be using it. You may have seen kind of a little bit of a preview of ideas I have, like with this arch here. So I need to do some more playing to see what I come up with for that. Okay, so that is soft sea foam with the petals. We're going to come in now with our hydrangea hue and add in those flowers. So I'm just going to come in like this. And I've misjudged a little bit there. So what I need to do there is just drop the flower down a little bit. And I do have a concentration of flowers here. Sometimes it's easier to stamp the flowers first and then add the leaves, but because these stems are as long as they are, I thought I would go ahead with the stems first. So this one I'm going to end up squashing down a bit like that. Now, this doesn't mean that I can't come in with bits of flowers along the edge, that where you wouldn't see a stem anyway. So let's just keep doing that. And I'm trying to go a little bit quickly because I'm aware of time and I don't want to be on here for ages while you watch me stamp, but there we go. Okay, that's probably all I'm going to do with that one. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my crushed curry, and I love how bright this hydrangea hue is. And I'm going to add my centers we go. Just keep adding those in, and if I've misjudged, I just go over it again. And again, sometimes between the lights and trying to keep my head out of the frame, it's just a little bit of a challenge for me to line things up. There we go. We'll just add in our flowers, centers. And I'm also going to use the crushed curry just to add a few little flowers in. You can already see kind of the difference between using the smaller flower and the larger flower. As far as this is really, really delicate, this is just a little bit more intense. We're just going to keep adding these in. And if you wanted to do this as kind of a one sheet wonder where you take an 8.5 by 11 sheet and you stamp all over it and then cut it up, you absolutely can. That will give you a few floating stems. Like I've got a floating stem here, so I'm just going to stamp on the end of it and you can't see it. So just coming around, adding in little bits of color, just little accent colors. Okay, so we're good with that. I'm just going to pop that off to the side and I can get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to stamp the greeting. Still getting used to the magnetic ink pads. So I've masked off the happiest, or the birthday, and I'm just going to ink up the happiest. And then I need to take my washi tape off like that. And then I can stamp this down. There we go. Okay, now I need to clean this off. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of dry it on my hand a little bit. And then I need another piece of washi tape. See, I know I left my washi tape out so that I can mask off the happiest piece. And luckily the birthday is really straight, so it makes it easy to mask off. And then I'm just going to put another little piece on just to mask off the legs of the letters there. Okay, now I'm going to ink this up, peel off my washi tape, and I can stamp the birthday down. Now it lines up really well with the T between the legs, but it's a bit difficult to see. So I'm just going to pop that down like that. There we go. So we've got happiest birthday. I'm a little higher on this one than I was on that one, but it's still very readable. Okay, so now I need to cut this out. So I'm going to take my greeting. I'm going to make sure it's right in the middle, like that. And I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape there and a piece of washi tape here just to hold that down. I'm going to sandwich it up and pop it through my cut and emboss machine. And I didn't put the die on an angle like I should have to stop the noise, so I apologize for the thunk, thunk, thunk as it went through. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this off. There we go. Lift that out. Okay, so I'm not going to throw my die away. I'm going to throw my piece of washi tape away. If you have a sponge and brush, you can use that to just kind of encourage those last little pieces to come out. If you don't, then you can use any kind of pokey tool or anything to just pop those out. So I did that quickly. The brush actually works really well. I just wanted to show you both ways. So you should see the side of my desk. I just throw everything over and clean it up later. It's like the magic of television. Everything just looks so good, and the mess behind the scenes. Okay, so I'm lining this up right along that edge. What I want to do, what I should have done, is actually do this. If I do this, you really don't see the definition of the detail. So that's why I'm putting these on a mat so that you can actually really see the contrast and the decoration on here. So I'm just trimming this off. You can use scissors or your paper trimmer, whatever you like. I'm just being really careful not to cut the basic white cardstock. There we go. Okay. So I'll put those off to the side. Okay, now we can just put this together. I could put ribbon on this if I wanted to. I've got the hydrangea hue ribbon, but I think in this case, I just want the flowers to just stand for themselves. So I am going to put some adhesive on here on the 5 1/4 by 4 basic white and pop it down on my card base. Equal top, bottom, and side, and then when you push it down, you're square and straight. And I need some dimensionals because I'm going to lift this up. So I'll just put one in each corner like this. There we go. So far from Sunday's video, the comments have been overwhelmingly positive. People really, really, really like this suite, and they are looking forward to being able to order it and use it themselves. Now, if I put this here, I've got a bit of a white space here, and I'm covering up some of these really pretty flowers. So I'm actually going to pop this down at the bottom here, just like that. There's no rule that says your sentiments have to go right in the very middle. So I am going to use some of these glossy garden dots and I put this off to the side. I'm going to put this in the center, the large one, and then a smaller one on each side of it. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so there are our 2 cards. We've got our Berry Burst and we've got our Hydrangea Hue. So I don't know which one I like better. I love the delicate look of these 4-petal flowers, but this is nice and bold, but still subtle because of the color choice. So let me know which one you prefer and what colors you would use. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.